the title of her speech, which is a 4 to 6 minute speech, 4 to 6 minutes, for the benefit of the timer. The title of her speech is My Superhuman Powers. Let's give a warm welcome to Advanced Communicative Bronze Competent Leader, Alithea Coleman.
How many of you ever wished that you could have the ability to fly? Or perhaps walk through walls? Maybe X-ray vision like Superman did? Superhuman strength like the Hulk? Use your lasso, your invisible lasso like Wonder Woman? Be able to fly like Superman? Those are all superpowers from fictional superheroes that came from comic books. However, I have an actual, I call it a power. I believe that it is. Other people are astonished and amazed. They cannot believe what it is that I can do. I can't even believe myself what it is that I can do. Yet I recently watched a TV series, which the name escapes me, but Mary Lou Henner, who was an actress on the TV series Taxi, has the same type of ability that I'm about to discuss with you guys. And I didn't know what this power was that I had until recently when we were watching the extra credits and she mentioned it. It's based on a book that she wrote and the abilities that she has and that she actually has this in real life. And I'm like, I'm only a half. I don't have full 100%. I would say that I'm 50%. My superhuman power that I actually have is I'm very good at remembering. For example, when I came up here as the president, I remembered that Fred and Paul are from Rising Star, Barbara is from Burbank Toastmasters, Bill is from Jewel City 29, Caroline's from Warner Center, and Octavia is from Voices Latinas. Now, how did I know that, even though you guys are all members of this club? I couldn't tell you how I remembered that. But I can tell you even the members that are absent. Kathleen, Cersei, and Linnea belong to Daybreak Santa Clarita. Roberta and Joe are members of Renaissance Speakers. Marina Completo is Sally Club. Jana Sagata, who was a past member, is part of Warner Brothers. You see, retention. The founder of this club, Tamara Takahashi, is Open House, like I am. We're members of Open House Toastmasters. So you'll see, I have this innate ability to remember. Now, I can remember not just facts and things about Toastmasters and friends. I can remember stuff going all the way back. I can remember the time when I was 12 years old and I was in agony and pain as we walked 3 blocks from my school in Silver Lake to the park. I can remember at the park my 2 friends arguing over who would go get the ball because they were on an open cement basketball court in the park. The cement court was pink. There was a hillside with trees. It was overcast, but it was still pretty warm, not too cool. And the ball went in the distance. So I turned to the 2 friends that I was watching playing, and I said, I'll go get it. So I ran to get the ball, and when I came back, I dropped the ball, and I dropped myself at the same time, and I couldn't get up. Basically what happened is I ended up having hip surgery and going to the hospital. But I can remember the pink cement that I was laying on. I could probably even remember the clothes I was wearing, the exact date that it happened, etc., etc. This power that I have, I find fascinating. Now, what I talked about earlier with Mary Lou Henner, she can remember dates, times, not just in her life, but actual like historical dates and times, exactly. You could throw out a date like November 1990. She'll tell you what was going on in November of 1990. Now, my abilities is that I can remember places, times, people, specifics about my life and my friends and my past and other people's. I can remember that Cersei has only been in Toastmasters for a year. She hit Distinguished Toastmaster, or DTM, the highest honor you can get. Most of the time, she was a nice white blouse, black pants, black shoes, and her glasses. She carries her tripod and camera everywhere she goes. Linnea is known as our brownie master. She brings brownies wherever she is, except for when she was at the Castaways. They had chocolate cake, even better. Why I can remember these things and events, places, and times, and am so good at it is beyond me. My favorite happens to be, I had in my home club, I had a member who actually emailed me and said, I'm trying to submit my educational award to get my CC, and I need to send it to our Vice President of Education, but I can't remember any of my speeches because he misplaced his manual. So he had to know the speech titles and when did he give them. Well, he emailed me thinking, yeah, I would know. I gave him all the speech titles, and I said, okay, you gave it this meeting, this meeting, and this meeting. Now, do you want the specific dates or not? He didn't care about that. As soon as I gave him the speech titles, shortly after, he managed to find his manual and submit his stuff. But the fact that I gave him all the titles of his speeches so that he could get his CC, and he couldn't remember, but I remembered every single one, from the icebreaker through the 10, and everything in between, was amazing to him. It was amazing to me that I actually remembered that. I just, okay. So how does one take these powers and use them for good? Well, it's just, like I said, it's helpful to others. And my secret is I just say, remember, remember, remember. And I constantly tell myself that. And then it seems to pop up and I remember. And I'm remembering that the red card means you have a short amount of time and it's time to wrap up.
Yeah.
So, back to you, Madam Toastmaster.